Good morning, YouTube. It's Red from Red Booty TV with a tech tip on car care. A couple weeks ago, I got ready to get in my Ford F-150. I hadn't driven it in a couple of weeks because I like to drive my OBS around town, and when I pressed the remote start, it didn't start. So then I got in the car and used the ignition to start the car up. It didn't start. So because it was cold, I figured, the battery, it was because I hadn't driven it, the battery is weak. So I charged it up. This morning when I started it, I could tell it had a drag to it using the remote start. So today, I'm going to show you how to check your battery using a cheap multimeter to see if it needs to be changed or replaced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my camera up and I'm going to hook my multimeter up. First, I want to take a reading with the car off. Then I'm going to take a reading when trying to start the car. Then I'm going to monitor it to see if the alternator is working correctly, which actually once you start the car up, the alternator takes over and it keeps the battery charged up. So that's what we're about to do. So anyway, I'm headed out to the car. Everything's already out there, so I'm gonna set up the multimeter. Now, when you hook the multimeter up to the battery, you need to be able to see it when you start the car up. All right, so here we go. Here's my battery. Red is positive, and all black is negative. Also, it's indicated on the battery with the negative and a plus sign. The plus sign is positive. The negative sign is the ground. Remember that. All right, so once I take my readings, I will post them in the video. So, all right, if you notice, the multimeter leads are red and black. I turn my multimeter to DC voltage. I turn it on. Currently, it says 12.8. 12.8. At resting, the battery should be a minimum of 12.43. I'll correct that in the video if that's not the case. All right, so that's at rest. I just got this stuck in there, so it should have some alligator clips to clip that on. So when you see it bouncing around, that's generally what the case is, because it's not stable. Basically, I'm just trying to wedge that in there so I don't have to hold it. I'm gonna put this right here so I can get in the car and start it up. All right, so my battery on startup, it dropped to 10.89. I will let you know in the comment, or not in the comments, but in the video, what the minimum level it should drop to when you start the car. Basically what you're doing is you're introducing more accessories and other things that power the vehicle to the system, and then also the power from the starter, which drops the battery voltage. And we're talking about DC voltage, all right? So it dropped to 10.89. So now, once I'm in the car and it started up to check to see if the alternator is putting out power and the battery is being charged, I want to see what the voltage is, current voltage is. My voltage says 15.24. Now I know that it's being fed power, the alternator is working properly, but I want to know, I will post in the video what the minimum is and the maximum. The minimum level that is functioning properly, and the maximum is so that it does not burn your battery up, meaning it's overcharging. So it's 15.25. All right. Thank you. As always, if you like my content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Red Moody TV with another tip. Bye.